Looking for the best projectors in? Don't buy anything yet. I've compared the top options based on performance, features, price, and real-world value. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one is worth your money. Let's get started. Number 1. Valerion VisionMaster Max. And now, the projector that came out on top overall, the Valerion VisionMaster Max. What sets this one apart is contrast. Dark and mixed scenes have real depth to them, and the color accuracy makes everything, movies, games, whatever you're watching, look genuinely natural rather than oversaturated or flat. A lot of that comes down to its adjustable iris, which lets you fine-tune the balance between contrast and brightness depending on your room, plus a dynamic contrast feature that deepens blacks even further without introducing weird artifacts. Motion handling is smooth across most content too. If you're sensitive to rainbow flashes, those quick color fringes around bright highlights, this one has a genuinely effective reduction feature that cuts them down noticeably. And even with that feature running, the projector stays quiet, apart from a faint high-pitched fan hum that's pretty much drowned out once there's any audio playing. It's also a short-throw projector, meaning it can throw a large image from much closer to the screen than a typical projector, a big win if you're working with a smaller room. You get motorized zoom, vertical lens shift, and automatic image correction for flexible setup, though it is missing horizontal lens shift, so keep that in mind depending on your space. It also runs a full smart OS, so major streaming apps are built in without needing an extra device. For gamers, this is a strong option too, with high refresh rate support and 2 full bandwidth HDMI 2.1 ports. It's not quite fast enough to satisfy the most competitive Twitch reflex players out there, but for the vast majority of people, it's more than responsive enough. If the price is a stretch, there's a more affordable version of this same projector. The contrast isn't quite as strong, and turning on the rainbow reduction feature makes the fan noticeably louder, but otherwise it's very similar and still a great option. Number 2. XGIMI HORIZON 20 Max. Moving up to number 2, we've got the upgraded version, the XGIMI HORIZON 20 Max, and this is where things get really impressive. Right out of the box, this one actually edges out our top pick in contrast and is significantly brighter, which makes it a much stronger choice if you're dealing with any ambient light in your room. It also keeps that same gimbal stand design, so angling it toward your screen in awkward setups is still easy. That said, it's not flawless. Our number 1 pick can actually push its contrast even further thanks to features this one doesn't have, and it sidesteps a few of this projector's quirks. Just like the model below it, this one can still struggle with choppy motion on international content, and smoothing other footage may require dropping to 1080p. Rainbow flashes are also more noticeable here, and there's no built-in setting to tone them down. For gamers, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Our top pick is actually more responsive at 60 Hz, but this one pulls ahead slightly at 120 Hz and 240 Hz. It also supports VRR to cut down on screen tearing, though that feature can introduce visible glitches, so some competitive players end up switching it off entirely. None of that takes away from how good this thing looks in motion though. Contrast is excellent, colors are accurate and vibrant, and it just delivers a natural, cinematic image whether you're watching a movie or gaming. Add in optical zoom, vertical lens shift, automatic screen setup, Google TV, and a solid built-in speaker system, and you've got a projector that does almost everything well with very few compromises. If you want the same experience but don't need the extra brightness, say, you're mainly watching in a dark room, there's a version of this one that skips some of that brightness and costs less, while performing just as well in low light. Number 3. Horizon 20. Kicking things off at number 3, we've got this XGIMI HORIZON 20, and this is the one to grab if you want great picture quality without spending a ton. Compared to its bigger sibling, which we'll get to in a second, this one is dimmer, has weaker contrast, and can't quite match the color range. So if you've got a massive screen or a room full of ambient light, this might not be your best bet. But here's the thing. For most people, especially anyone setting this up in a bedroom, that trade-off is worth it. It's lighter, quieter, and noticeably cheaper, which makes it way easier to move from room to room or just leave sitting on a nightstand. And that quiet fan really matters if you're watching something late at night, right before bed. Picture-wise, it still punches above its price point. The image is sharp and accurate right out of the box, and contrast and color still hold up well for what you're paying. You also get a built-in gimbal stand so you can angle it toward your screen without extra mounting gear, plus optical zoom, vertical lens shift, and automatic screen setup to make placement painless. It runs Google TV, so streaming apps are built right in, and it comes with dual speakers so you're not forced to buy an external sound system. Number 4. Hisense M2 Pro. The Hisense M2 Pro is the best lower mid-range projector we've tested. It's considerably smaller and cheaper than this XGIMI HORIZON 20, and its handle makes it easier to carry between rooms. However, its compact design comes with some compromises. Its one-axis gimbal only tilts vertically, and since it lacks lens shift, you have to move the unit itself to reposition the image. It's also dimmer, has weaker contrast, and runs louder, making it less well-suited to bedroom use despite its smaller size. For gaming, its lower input lag at 60 Hz makes it more responsive for most console games, although it's slightly slower at 120 Hz, and its weaker image quality holds back the overall experience. Still, the Hisense packs plenty into its smaller, cheaper package. Its image is very accurate out of the box, and it reproduces a wide range of colors across dark and light shades. Its brightness and contrast are only decent, though, so it looks best in a dark or dim room. Its short-throw lens produces a large image from close to the screen, while motorized zoom and automatic screen adjustments simplify setup. Vita also provides access to the major streaming services without an external device, emphasizing the projector's versatility. Number 5. XGIMI Elfin Flip 4K. The XGIMI Elfin Flip 4K is the best budget projector we've tested. By stepping down from the Hisense M2 Pro, you give up some brightness, a far more accurate image out of the box, and smoother motion in movies. In return, this XGIMI costs less and offers slightly better contrast, greater portability, and more responsive gaming at common console refresh rates. It's especially appealing if convenience or gaming matters more than a more polished movie-watching experience. Its compact design is a major strength. It weighs less than half as much as the Hisense and folds into a slim shape with built-in lens protection, making it exceptionally easy to grab, carry, and store. The integrated gimbal lets you tilt it toward the screen, while autofocus, automatic keystone correction, obstacle avoidance, and screen-fitting streamlined setup. It also runs quietly, and Google TV provides direct access to major streaming services. Low input lag keeps controls responsive at both 60 Hz and 120 Hz. It also supports VRR at 1080p to reduce screen tearing, although the feature can introduce visible artifacts. Few budget projectors balance image quality, convenience, and gaming performance this well.